guys. So I wanted to talk for a second about why you want to be on social media at all. So this is one of the questions that I get asked most frequently about businesses, which is, is there a benefit in it for me? What would I see as a result of being on social media? And sometimes people miss the power of social media for a business. Social media breeds some of that familiarity and trust that it typically took a very, very long time to breed through traditional media. Some of the different businesses that are using social media have experienced amazing results. So let me start off by, let's just go over what businesses are using social media today. So first of all, maybe you've heard some of these companies, Coca-Cola, AC/DC, and of course, you can stop me when I say one that you recognize, so Walt Disney or Southwest. And then of course, we have a president that uses social media quite often as well. AC/DC is one of my favorite examples, and that's because most people assume that social media is only for young people. Well, AC/DC has 12 million Facebook likes on their page, and on this particular post that went up in April, they had 37,000 people that liked the post. So not only are people on the post, but they're liking it, 2,500 comments, they're engaging with it. AC/DC's target market is not young people, it's older people. It's 55 and older, getting towards 60 years old, and they have experienced dynamic results on their Facebook page. Now, to us, AC/DC is entertainment, but for them, and for their promoters and their event organizers and all of that, it's their business, and they're seeing great results on Facebook. More people own a mobile device today than own a toothbrush. Now, that's a little disturbing to me, but it's true, and it means that it's something to think about if you want to get in front of people with what you do, that you want to know that, being online in a way that they can find you is a great place to start. 93% of all buying and time decisions are influenced by social media. So if they're buying a new product or service, they're going to research you. If they're deciding whether to go to an event or to purchase tickets to something, they're going to go see if their friends are going. And so if you're not taking advantage of social media, then you're missing something. 93% is a huge number, and it's super powerful. Today's college students have never licked a postage stamp. They communicate online. They don't do any of these old school methods, and they are the next generation. So if you want your business to be around a long time, one of the guys that has a company called Socialnomics, he says that it's not whether or not you do social media, it's how well you do social media. It's no longer a choice, it's something you have to do. Eric Qualman is the guy that owns that company, and he has all kinds of stats that he puts out that tell you why social media is so important. 1 in 3 marriages start online today, and 3 out of 5 long-term relationships start online, mine included. This is one of my favorite stories. So the very first picture of Captain Sully landing that plane without anybody getting hurt in the Hudson River was this picture taken with a cell phone and posted on Twitter. It's huge market where people go to see what's going on because they know that traditional media, or I call it stagnant media, simply can't keep up. The other thing to keep in mind is right now it's more beneficial to put a budget toward Facebook or Google ads than it is to run an ad in the Super Bowl. Your ROI, or your return on your investment, is about 10 times higher if you have an effective social media campaign than if you run an ad during the Super Bowl. If you have an effective social media campaign that coincides with the Super Bowl, it's even more powerful. So, and companies that used to spend a ton of money on ads during the Super Bowl or other huge events have started spending that money, that budget, on social media instead. And brands always lead the way. They're the ones with the huge budget. But what I love about some of the platforms on social media is that it allows the little guy to compete with Coca-Cola and Walt Disney and places like that. One of my favorite platforms is Pinterest, and Pinterest only has about 5% of small businesses on there so far. So it's one of the platforms that if you can really grab a hold of it and figure out how it works for you, you're literally in on the ground floor, and that's not a sales pitch. It's a way that you can begin to build a brand that can compete on the national stage or on your statewide stage if you want to. And it's just a matter of really getting in there and figuring out what's going to work for you. But stories like this are very, very common in the social media world. People who have no name recognition at all share a video of them singing in their car with a Wookiee costume on it, and suddenly they're the next internet sensation. So just keep in mind that if you doubt the power of social media, you feel like it takes you a lot of time, go through the different videos that we're going to be putting out and listen to the tips that I'm giving you. If you really want somebody to do an audit of your social media or to tell you it will work or not work for you or to put together a strategy for you, please reach out. That's what we do. We'd love to help you out. And our goal is to make it so that business owners or the employees of that business only have to spend 90 minutes to 2 hours a month on their online marketing. So we try to make it easy and we try to put it all together for you. But social media is something that can have a direct and dynamic impact on your business right away. And so if you're not sold on it yet, you can do a little bit of research and come up with some of these stats and you'll see how powerful it actually can be for your business.